There's always a reason. There's always a reason why we can't serve God, why we can't go to church, why we can't do this, why we can't serve in children's ministry. There's always a reason. I use my favorite reason, football, the NFL. I love football. And for many, many years, I used the Sunday game day as my excuse not to go to church, of one of many reasons not to go to church. But the NASCAR season starts, and this, that, there's always a reason. Maybe we just feel unqualified. Maybe we just feel like, who am I to be telling people or serving or this or that? But we can always come up with a reason not to get to church on Sunday, not to fight through the battle to serve. It seems like one of the issues that us human beings have, and I'm talking about all of us, even myself, some days I don't want to go out to outreach. I'm tired. I might just not feel like it. Some days I don't want to be preaching, and I just have to fight through it and know that God has some sort of divine plan and He will provide the way. God has some sort of divine plan and He will provide the way for you. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to stop looking for the excuse and looking for the reason why to go, how to fight and do what God has called us to do. Ladies and gentlemen, we might not all have a calling to be a preacher or a calling to be an evangelist, but we can all share the love of Jesus with those we care about. We got to start looking for the reason why to get up on a Sunday morning and miss our team playing in the NFL. Because it's worth it. It's worth it to be fed from God. It's worth it to see those in our families, to see those in our congregation, to love the people, to fellowship in God's body. You see, ladies and gentlemen, it's worth it to serve in children's church, to be a deacon, to be an usher, to go fellowship with the people you love and care for. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that during this pandemic, that even adds another layer of excuses. That even layers another way for us to say, you know, I'm just not comfortable. And as an online pastor, I know it's easier to stay at home than it is to mask up and do this and that or whatever it is in your community or neighborhood. You see, ladies and gentlemen, there's always an excuse. There's always an excuse not to. What we got to do is we got to search for the excuses to do. Hallelujah. I love my Saints. I love the NFL. I love me some football. And it seems like they're always playing during church. It seems like they're always on right when I got to go to church. And you know, that's okay. I'll catch the games I can. I'll watch a little bit before, whatever, and I'll keep track of them over the season. But that will not deter me anymore. It did before. Not anymore from doing what God has for me. And I pray the same with you. Ladies and gentlemen, look for the excuse to go to church. Look for the excuse to bless someone. Look for the excuse to do an outreach. Look for the excuse to tithe, not the excuse not to tithe. Now that's a big one. I need to get into that sometime. The freedom that comes with giving unto God, to giving to a ministry, giving to people who help. That is a freeing aspect. Look for the reason to give today. So, ladies and gentlemen, no more excuses not to. Let's find excuses to do. I pray this bless you. Just something got laid on my heart, you know, as the NFL is starting to kick off, and it would be a good reason not to go. Sunday, say, oh, I'm a little sick. No. God's got a divine plan. We got to do our part in His plan. So I pray this bless you. Share this message. Maybe somebody else is making excuses too, as we all do. And maybe this will help them to do and not to do. Amen. I love you. God bless you. Bye-bye.